Hi best friends, welcome back to my channel. So Recool sent me some hair. They did send two 26s, a 24, a 22, and a 22-inch closure. This is my friend Sade on the right. This is the person that usually braids my hair for me. And I wanted to gift her a little wig. And this video is basically going to show you how I created this little wig in less than 2 hours. So yes, you can achieve color and construction of a wig in less than 2 hours. This is what the bundles looks like. They're very neat. They do have short hairs in these bundles, so it's going to be fuller at the top and sparse at the bottom. This is a I would say the closure is about 130 density, and it did come pre-plugged. So Sade did buy BW2. I wouldn't recommend using this bleach. It's very gritty and it's high in ammonia, so that means it's gonna smell. It smells very strong, and you definitely want to be in an open space or turn your fan and AC or open your windows on when you're using this bleach, because it will engulf the room in a smell, and it's just very strong. Now basically my bleach mixture is very smooth and loose, and I have it smooth and loose because it'll go in the bundle easily. It'll penetrate each hair easily. I could comb through it easily, and it wouldn't be a lot of work and struggle for me to bleach bundles. That's the reason why I was able to bleach them so fast. Now I did not color or bleach the wefts portion of the bundles. I'm bleaching everything under the rubber band, and that's because her wig has roots all throughout it, so I wanted to make sure everything was consistent. And basically all I'm doing is applying the bleach. I'm moving each section of the bundle around, making sure everything is applied, massaging it in, combing it in, massaging it in, combing it in, applying more bleach. And I'm doing that to every single last bundle I have. I noticed that BW2 processes a lot faster than any other bleach that I worked with, and I don't understand if that's because of the high ammonia that's in this, but like I literally had BW2 on the bundle for maybe 5 to 7 minutes before it turned into a golden brown stage before I had to wash it out. So you definitely want to watch your bundles while you're using BW2. And you want to do the same thing for your frontal or your closure. At the product, massage it in, make sure you're getting all the areas and all the strands coated with bleach. I did bring the bleach high up on the roots of the closure, I'm sorry, and that's because I did go in and add hair dye to make my roots back. So this is the tone of the bundles. This is how blonde they got in 7 minutes. So yeah, I don't suggest using BW2 because it just processed entirely too fast. Now typically all you need is for the hair to lift about 3 levels, and then you can rinse the bleach out. And that should only take you about 30 minutes if you're moving at a steady pace, okay? So the color that I'm going to use today is by Adore. This is their semi-permanent. I am using Rich Eggplant and Wild Cherry. The color is more purple than it is red, versus how my Merlot is more red than it is purple. So we're going for a deeper tone. I'm going to do a whole bottle of Rich Eggplant, and then I am going to go in with a little bit of the Wild Cherry. So you want to mix it up real good, and you can see the tone of the purple it is in this clear bowl. So that's the color that I'm going for. And because you're doing watercolor, it's going to be a little bit lighter than the actual color that's showing in that bowl right there. Now if you do not have a stainless steel sink, do not put any hair dye in there because it will stain. So I do have a stainless steel sink, as you can see, and it's gonna stain it, but by the next morning the dye is gonna be gone. So I am using warm to hot water, and I am putting a lot of dye in my water because I want to color all the bundles with one little session, and the remaining of the dye is gonna go back into the bottle. So when Sade want to refresh her color, which she's going to have to, she can just use the exact same color. So I am mixing everything in, making sure there's no globs of color left into the water, and then I'm gonna just start adding my bundles and everything into this little mixture right here.
Oh, is it? Can you see it? Mm-hmm. It's lit. Or is it dark? I'm lighting it. There you go.
So I let the bundles in the closure with the lace inside the colored water sit in there for about 10 minutes. This whole process should take you by about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? All I'm doing is rinsing it off with cool water, not hot water, because if you rinse it off with hot water, it's going to bleed a lot. So you want to rinse it with cool water. I did wash the bundles in the closure with Garnier Fructis, the green bottle. Ugh, it smells so bomb, best friends. I love it. It smells like green apples. And we're going to go on to the second process of this. So like I said, this portion should take you about 15 minutes. So now the bleaching and the coloring all together is about a 45-minute session right there. And this is what the color looks like freshly washed. I am going to blow dry it, and I'm going to come right back with the next step. So as you can see, we are hot gluing this bad boy together. There's a lot of controversy or, you know, opinions on the hot gluing of the wigs. And let me tell you this. Sometimes when it comes to my personal wigs, I hot glue them. And only because I don't have time to be just making me wigs. Like, I make so many wigs for other people at this point in time. When it comes to my wigs, I'd rather just hot glue them and get it over with because it's so fast. So these are the benefits and the cons of hot gluing your wig, and I'm about to go over this. Okay, 1, the quickness. You will get your wig done with the quickness. Okay. 2, your hair will not shed. 3, it lasts about 5 to 8 months. It just depends on your care and how well you constructed it. This dome cap that I'm using, this mesh one, is not a good dome cap to use for hot gluing. You want to use the regular fabric all the way through dome cap because you need your glue to hold on to something. So yes, like I said, it's quick, it's easy, it lasts for about 5 to 8 months depending on your care. And you can get done and out of the house and onto your little activities that you need to have done, and you can glue your wig down and nobody will know. Like, your wig will be flat and smooth and just thriving. Now the cons of this is when it comes time to take your wig down or apart, you're going to have to remove all of that glue, okay? And that could be a headache, okay? 2, you cannot wash your wig in hot water or warm water. You're going to have to wash your wig in cold water because the heat will melt the glue, okay? Another one is that you want to make sure your hot tools aren't sitting directly on the tracks because that will also melt the glue. Another one is that it does last 5 to 8 months. So that means this is not gonna last. This is not a permanent hold for you. This is like a quick wig, okay? So like that 5 to 8 months is a gift and a curse. Like you could thrive, or it just, you know, it's not gonna give you the longevity of a handmade wig or a machine made wig, and that's what that is. All right, bro. How fast did I make this wig?
In 20 seconds.
Okay, so like I said, it took about what, 15 minutes for me to bleach,
15 minutes for the bleach,
15 minutes for the color, and then like probably like 30 minutes to just put all the tracks and stuff on with the hot glue gun.
It was very fast.
It was very fast. So this is your first wig, right?
Yes.
And how do you feel?
I feel marvelous. I feel like I am a bottle of wine. This is called sangria.
Sangria?
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna have me a cup every day.
A cup every day?
While I'm wearing this.
Okay. So I told her that because this is a hot glue gun unit that I will remake this a sewn unit so she could, you know, keep it for a long time because the hot glue gun will not last for a long time. But you happy?
I am happy. You see the smile? It's real. Y'all better get y'all Slave by Aiyanyi, you feel me? Because everybody don't do it like this.
Yes. How old are you, Sade?
I am 6'1" in my head, but in reality I'm 5'2". I'm not even kidding. Oh my god.
Okay, but as you can see, since it's bleached, it still has its movement. So yes, y'all need to, you know, look into the hair. The hair did good while bleaching.
It did.
So
I'm happy. And let's see how many people I pull with it.